Hey everyone, it's Tyler the Rustic Nerd Dad here. So today I'm going to be talking about a new suit I got. In my previous video you may have seen that I mentioned that my mannequin was naked and that I'd be putting a new suit up there soon, and here it is. This is my season 1 Flash suit that I recently picked up. I picked it up used, but it's pretty much the exact same as most of the generic season 1, season 2 outfits that you get online from most cosplay stores or eBay. This one has some differences from the suit I had before. Unfortunately, I don't have a video of that suit, but for the most part, it's almost the exact same. But I'm going to go over some minor details just talking about it, and then I will do a close-up talk. So the fabric is very neat. It's a type of knit. It's not quite a bullet. My wife and I actually recently found the name of the fabric. I'll put it in the link in the description below. That it's very similar to what they use here. It's not the same. It's not like a textured fabric like on the actual screen use suit or like the UD replicas one, which I would absolutely love to get someday. Just unfortunately isn't in my budget right now. But yeah, so they use a knitted fabric and then a pleather for like the neck and the cheap cowl they send with it. And I'll be talking about some of the upgrades I'll be doing throughout the video as well. Because like this cheap leathery cowl that comes with it that just looks janky, I'm going to be replacing with the Iron Lion FX version 1 cowl, the speedster cowl they offer. And I'll be getting that from them pretty soon. But on this particular one, they attach the emblem by using a magnet. The emblem's okay. I mean, it's rubber, but I'm going to end up going for more of the season 2 look. So I'll also be getting an emblem from Iron Lion FX that matches the season 2 colors, which instead of like yellow and red, which technically this should be gold and red, the season 2 is gold and white. So I'll be getting that from Iron Lion FX as well pretty soon. And I'll be doing the same thing. I'll probably keep this emblem just for fun, and just get a rare earth magnet, kind of like what they did here, so I can swap them out. But anyway, the belt here, nothing too fancy. So this belt, as you can see, they sewed these accents in, and there's 4 of them, 2 at the back, 2 at the front. It's not that bad. However, this is way off. I'm gonna get in contact with Iron Lion FX, see if they can 3D print me like a different belt buckle, essentially. And speaking of the belt area, I have a test cast from Iron Lion FX. This is a cast in res powder. Well, I guess they brushed gold powder into the mold, and then this is black resin that they poured in. But basically, this is test cast that they sent me, and I'll be using it to replace on the belt. That way it's gold here on the belt, and then all the other pieces on here actually will be gold, kind of like the trimming here is also gold. So I'll be replacing as much as possible with the gold. Now mind you, the ones that I get from Iron Lion FX, these are just test cast in resin. Everything that I replace on here will actually be cast in some sort of urethane rubber. That way it can contour kind of like this, but so it can contour to the belt as it's being worn. Also, I don't have to worry about it, cracking or breaking or anything like that. But this was just a test to see how good the particular gold they had looked. And personally, I like it. I think it's going to go well with the gold. I'll do a closer, show you guys closer here in a minute. But yeah, so I managed to scoop this suit up on Facebook for just over $100. You can get them on eBay and such for between, I think it's like $175, $200, depending on where you're going, what all you're getting. This didn't come with boots. I'm personally juggling up in the air. There's like $70, $80 boots out there that are pretty decent looking. I'm juggling out right now with the option of either buying that or going ahead and spending the money on the UD replica boots. I'm not 100% sure yet on which direction I'm going to go, but I'll definitely updating you guys when I make that decision. This does come with like cuffs and gloves. Nothing overly special. I'll get into a little bit of modification detail when I get to that part. But yeah, if you keep your eye open, you know, you can usually get a pretty good deal, you know, with the emblem upgrade, the belt upgrade, and the cowl upgrade, essentially, which will all end up being from Iron Lion FX. I think I'll probably be about $250 in for those upgrades. And some of you might be thinking, holy crap, that's a lot of money. But, I mean, when you think about it, a UD replica suit is, I mean, you're looking at like $2,000 altogether. Now, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. Like I said before, I'd love one, just not in my budget. So for a budget build, you know, even if I got like, let's say $70 boots, let's see, that's $320, and how much I paid for this suit, I'll be less than $500 in for from head to toe season 2/1 if I decide to, you know, make things interchangeable, CW flash suit. So I know it'll be pretty darn good looking in my opinion. So to have all that in for less than $500, I think is pretty good. But yeah, I'll get you guys moved over here and we'll get a closer look. All right, I'm gonna start with the cowl here. You know, it's got the rubber bendy sewn in bolt. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these. It's very, I mean, for considering, you know, being sewn up, it's not awful by any stretch in that sense, but when it comes to looking like the show, that's pretty rough. I'm not even gonna bother putting it on, but I will say this. I am going to be modifying this so that I can actually have it look like, you know, where they've had in the show where it looks like the cowl's pulled back and draped over his back a little bit. I'm going to modify this to make it look like that. So if I ever have any fun pictures taken, if I ever shave my goatee and decide to dress up as the Flash, or if somebody borrows a suit or something, that those kind of pictures can be taken and it still looks pretty cool. So again, here's that fabric. Looks really neat. You know, considering the stitching, you know, it's kind of got the faux ribbing going on. Again, it doesn't look exactly like ribbing, but for stitching wise, you know, it doesn't look that bad. The pleather is quite nice and flexible. Again, the emblem just pops off and on with that magnet. I really like that. The suit I had before was Velcro, so that was kind of a pain. Good zipper. Unfortunately, you can see, move here a bit. You can see a little bit of pulling right here. That'll be easy enough to kind of burn off. The belt. So, try to get some good light here. So here we go. So as you can see, the piping on the suit's gold versus the gold of this bolt match up pretty darn well. It's still quite metallic looking. Take the place of that. You know, obviously I won't have all this extra stuff on here, the flashing, but I'll say it'll work out quite nicely. So definitely keep an eye out on Iron Lion Effects' stuff. I'll put a link in the description below for that as well, if you ever want to check out their stuff. And the pants all the way down, of course, the black knees. I've got some threads to clean up, obviously, and then down to the feet, where there's nothing. Excuse me. And then I'll turn this bad boy around. I know, not as great light. I actually have to extend this belt a little bit because it is the belt's pretty small. It's got the ribbing on the butt. And all the way down. So it's pretty cool. I like it. I'm glad I have it for a display. It's going to be neat that, you know, I'll probably replace my my one suit here with probably one of my Arrow suits that I have, you know, the Flash and Arrow standing side by side. Long-term plan is to eventually have a DC room and a Marvel room. But yeah, right now I kind of have everything crammed in one. And as you can see, I've got a few of my suits hanging up there. Yeah. Anyway, okay, time to talk about the gloves and wrist guard. All right, so these are the gloves here and the wrist guards here. So on the show version of the suit, the wrist guards are actually part of the forearm area. And these ones that came with it are separate pieces that zip apart entirely. But I mean, I can slip my hand in it pretty easy as is without zipping it open. Show you guys what it looks like with one of the gloves. Glove. And then so there we go. Now, personally, what I'm going to look at doing is modifying it where this is actually attached to the sleeve of the suit. That's one of the modifications I'm going to be working on probably with my wife. I don't like that when it's, without it being attached, it's kind of like, it poofs out more. So if it's attached to the suit, it won't puff out. I mean, it might a little bit, but I'll be able to make it contour better to the forearm, and like any moving shots or anything like that, it won't like puff out. Plus another thing I might look at doing is moving the zipper from the outside of the forearm to the inside of the forearm, just so that it doesn't look so weird, and it's a little bit more hidden, because, you know, especially if there's any shots taken from the side, no need to see, you know, the black zipper there. It can be hidden on the inside. So yeah, those are some of the modifications and plans for this Flash suit. Again, I'm pretty excited for it. Again, I thank Iron Lion Effects so much for being accommodating and being able to work on this for me. They're going to do their best to color match the suit. They've done it before, apparently, and but they're going to do their best to match it again, because it's basically like a common maroon color opposed to like red. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just really excited about it because I'll definitely do a review video on when the cowl comes in, and I'll get it up on the mannequin. Also, as a heads up for those that are big fans of the Flash, another thing that I'm working on with Iron Line FX is a face insert. So I know for a lot of people that like, you know, collect cowls and like Batman masks and stuff like that, they like to have like, you know, the Michael Keaton face insert, or the Ben Affleck insert, or, you know, the Christian Bale insert, yada yada yada. It's not a direct digital scan, but I'm working on a 3D file that looks very similar to Grant Gustin's face to put on display with the suit. And I actually have another one that's looking like Stephen Amell. I haven't decided, you know, if I want it to have like a permanent mask on it or if I want it to be the bare face. We'll see. I've got some work to do on that. But definitely keep an eye out for those. If and when I do them, I'll be giving the prints to Iron Line FX to clean up so that they can make probably just, you know, basic urethane flesh tone casts. But we'll see. Anyways, again, basic Flash suit and the planned upgrades. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Or if there's something specific that you want me to review and talk about, whether it's about one of the suits I have or a suit that you'd like to see me do a review about, and I'll see what I can do. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and catch you again soon.